Lumpi Boiz.
Welcome to our race team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all gonna yell welcome to our race team.
We're a good soccer team!
Yeah. All right. Good. You do a countdown. We'll all be like Lumpi Boiz. All right.
1, 2, 3. We're in Statesville, North Carolina. A wonderful place. We're actually at our shop, our race shop, Circle Track Supply, where we do a bunch of race car things and have a bunch of fun. We have a little bit of everything from Italian sports cars to American muscle, modern import cars and old school import cars, some drift cars, some grip racing cars. So a little bit of everything, I think. Hell yeah, tell them about your C10. Preston, what you got done to this?
I'm Preston Cook. This is my 69 C10. It's got a 5.3 with the 4L60E air ride. Put sway bars on it, disc brakes, a little more of a creature comfort, but it's driving it every day and haven't had any problems out of it yet.
Yeah, he drove it all the way to Atlanta for Gridlife, actually.
With the camper shell on the back.
With that big camper too. It's sweet, dude. It's one of those cars that kind of has that original look and stuff, but it's obviously been altered. It's really quite cool. Americana.
Yep. Factory paint job, got it from one owner.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is Josh's Type R right here. I think it's a 2017 Type R. This is the one that we take to all the track events as well, and he hauls all of his little ones in the back, so it's got the car seats in the back. It's really cool to be sitting on grid with the AC blowing before you go on track. So lots of luxuries, lots of performance out of these. These are freaking awesome. This right here is my 1988 Civic sedan. I actually got this car for like 125 bucks. I traded brake pads and rotors for the whole car. So, and it kind of already looked like this. So I just sort of put the suspension, wheels, tires, and motor in it to make it work. It was actually abandoned here at the shop by a friend, and he just sort of gave up on it. So we gave it a second life with a new engine and stuff. I don't know where Wynn's at.
Get back to the pool.
This is Wynn's, I think it's a 91 hatch. And you guys saw in the video, it's freaking a beast. It is complete overkill, huge freaking engine, huge brakes.
Huge everything.
It is a monster. And then we got a Super Clapper KA powered drift car. This is Josh's S chassis 240 S14 thing. So super slow, but a lot of fun. Look how wrinkly the window tint is on these freaking headlights. What is this?
That's to keep the ducks out.
We literally just put this on like 5 days ago, so it's gonna come off pretty much first track day. You can pretty much guarantee it. But at least he has some super kick-ass Mustang wheels on it.
Yes, straight off
got
of
the
Mustang.
wheels from the Mustang.
These are FR500 wheels off of a Mustang from the 2000s.
A Mustang with all the Mustang power.
It's got the fire extinguisher up there in the A-pillar, which is needed, obviously.
Yeah, you need that. But yeah, you got the wide body boys on there. You know, they barely sort of fit. They're sort of clung on. There's actually a nicer car sitting next to it. Not too bad. This is a 91 CRX, Honda CRX. There's like kind of a big story to that one too that we can tell maybe in one of the episodes, but this one's sort of been restored back to like a USDM spec style car. And the only real modification is like the wheels, tires, and suspension. The rest is pretty factory, and it has all the interior little trinkets and stuff. And my girlfriend's got this GX90 Mark II from Japan. It's been in America for about 3 years now. And it's really cool. It's got
Super cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. Right-hand drive. It's got the KDF Russia body kit and headlights and all that stuff. The little fiber optic triangles there on the fenders, little winglet lights. So super cool. Tons of like weird, quirky options that cars in Japan have that we never got here. So that's packed full of them. My little brother Logan, he's got this EF Civic sedan that we restored. Actually got it in Winston-Salem. and it was abandoned in a grass field. So the grass had like grown up all around it and literally rusted every component on it. The door handles, the windows, the control arms, the shift linkage, everything was rusted solid. So we put basically a whole new Civic underneath it multiple times over. Now he's had that. He drove it all through high school and college. So
yeah,
he's had that one for a long
literally
time.
had this car for like 7 years.
Hell yeah.
And this is the second time I've rebuilt the motor with Chase.
Yeah.
The first time I built it actually was when I was 16. So
it's got a fresh motor in it.
it ran for 5 years on the build we did when I was literally a teenager, and then we rebuilt it again just recently, just at the start of this year.
What did we finish it like 10 days ago?
Yeah,
If
so
that,
the
so
actual,
it's
the
fresh.
car in its most, you know, in the form you see it now is literally 10 days old. I'm still getting parts in for it as we speak.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. This car in particular, like Chase and I worked on literally since I was like a teenager. I didn't even have a driver's license.
Yeah, that's
when
true. He got this
when
car
I
before
acquired
he
this
had
car.
a license.
It was a Christmas present, like first car thing. The car did not run. It literally, when I got the car, didn't have a hood, didn't have a sunroof. The windshield was cracked. It didn't have carpet. The literally ran on 2 cylinders,
Yeah,
blown
it
head
was pretty bad.
gasket. It was in just terrible
got it?
condition. It was literally a car that, in a lot of people's eyes, would have been scrapped. And then Chase and I, you know, Chase saw that this car and the chassis had a ton of potential. It's one of few EF sedan sunroof cars you there see. It actually has a factory, actually non-factory sunroof. It would have been installed at like a dealership or something with the sunroof visor. And you know, he saw a lot of potential in the chassis and a lot of potential for he and I to like work on it together, and for me to like start, you know, have a good starting point. So
yeah, we know
I really appreciate this car for
hell
that
yeah,
reason.
dude.
What's Lumpy Boys?
That's like a new thing.
That's something we've been having
Yeah.
fun with for the last few weeks. In quarantine, we got kind of bored, and we're like, we need a drift team. You know?
Yeah.
We're like, what are we gonna call it? It's got to be the most retarded thing ever. So, Lumpy Boys is what we thought of. So, I guess we're gonna fly that flag for a little while. But
Yeah.
it was kind of a cool scenario too, because like he said, the sunroof was punched out. Some kids obviously had some fun with it, bashing out the windows while it was in this field. And so we had to source the sunroof. It's actually a German sunroof from a special company in Germany that was building sunroofs for these cars at the time. So we kind of noticed that in that scenario, in that moment, with it in the field. And we're like, dude, we should probably take this one home. Guy gave us a swinging deal, even though it was just basically a roller. That barely rolled because we had to drag her out.
It was a clapper definitely.
Yeah.
Whenever I got it.
Yeah, it was messed
So
up.
it's come a
It's
long
looking
way.
good now.
It's come a long way, definitely.
And then I don't know the entire backstory on Morgan and Blair's EG Coupe, but
This is her first car. She bought this in high school.
I think she was like 18.
Yeah, they've restored it really well.
Yeah, it looks stunning. I mean, the color is like one of the best colors you could choose, but it's got every little piece with the air conditioning and the really cool wheels, the SSR wheels, and it's another example of sort of just the restoration more than the modification. So
And they did it's a LS, and it's got power steering, cruise control, AC, all the comfort features.
fully loaded.
Yep, still everything works.
Fully loaded. Yeah, it's pretty trick. I love the color combo too with the wheels and the friggin' paint. That's insane. And then this car right here is actually my CRX track car I've had since I was, I think like 17 years old, man. I used to race it in circles, like NASCAR style, and got bored with that. A lot of the people in the sport didn't really like having a little import car run up on them and give them the business. So, you know, they dinged it all up, and you can see other videos of it online, all beat up. But finally, we got it nice and straight. It looks a little different, and now we're road racing the thing. So it's lived many lives since I was in high school, and it's kind of cool. This car. The entire like male bloodline side of my family has piloted this vehicle at some circuit or another. So that's really cool. It's a story you don't get to tell a lot. And then also we were sort of accepted into the vintage racing community with it. And now it is a sanctioned vintage race car as of this year. So we're like the first front wheel drive, first Honda, first CRX, and pretty much the first Japanese car to be in vintage racing. So it's kind of cool. I mean, you get the occasional Datsun Z. That's about the limit of Japanese cars in our old vintage racing. So it's kind of cool to get accepted and do something new with it. And it looks cool. And then back over this way, we have two aggressive boys. This CRX right here is Morgan's 91 CRX, and it's ridiculous too because he does a lot of fabrication work, so he's built so many pieces himself, and it's ridiculous. I think it has the Type R head on the B16 block, and yeah, super aggressive. You can tell when you drive it, it's got all the spherical ball joints and everything. It's super rigid, extremely responsive. They're really lightweight. And then just behind it, we have the Alfa Romeo GTV6 race car. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like the homage to the French production racing cars of the era, and kind of has the paint scheme to match on the outside, but on the interior, it's nice, safe, modern, you know, so you can pilot it without fear. Yeah, man. It's cool. Got the really weird balance from England. It's got like the fiberglass splitter that we imported from England as well. It's got Motegi MR224 wheels, so it's got a couple of cool things to stylize it as well. I think it's stuck on, bud. I got a tire pressure monitor in the drift car, just like, you know, to add more pizzazz on the inside, and it's all loud and it talks to you like that. It's super clappy. My girlfriend and I bought this thing down like toward the mountains. Actually, it was a little toward Georgia. And got a pretty sweet deal in it. It had the big motor and everything, and a bunch of the hop-up parts to make drifting easy or fun. So yeah, you can see just like any BMW across the world, it's got no dang door panels, and we're in the middle of this project. Actually just got this car into primer, I would say about a week ago, and blocked it and stuff, so we're pretty much ready to spray it. With another warm day like this, that's going to happen. So, but it has the little $20 Amazon tire pressure monitor system, and it just like beeps at you the whole time with a little solar display there. We've got all of our super hot boy stickers to represent all of our friends and stuff and have fun with it. It's going to be cool when it's colored too, because we're going to do a black with the rainbowy glittery thing. So yeah, little by little, this is what those look like. You know what I mean? You have to imagine this is just one step in the process that builds one of those. So we're getting there. We're in there. Heck yeah. And then inside it's got just tons of weird little trinkets. We made our own little seats and just like black rattle can sprayed little hearts onto them, and then like rattle can sprayed all the lure because you want to drift on a budget for sure. So we call this one Puppy Love because it's our first drift car, kind of like, you know, your first love or puppy love. So this our E36 is called Puppy Love, and it has a bunch of sort of trinkets inside to stylize it and make it our own. And of course, like I say, it's mid project, so yeah, they're fun, man. Drift cars are fun.
Yeah, Lumpi Boiz
This
Racing
is
Team.
like super Japanese style yellow Lumpy Boys.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Let's do it real spicy. Ready?
everyone, like we just won some drift competition.
We're a good soccer team.
Yeah. All right. Good. You do a countdown. We'll all be like Lumpy Boys. All right.
1, 2, 3.